Did you already hit record? Oh, okay.
Cool. All righty. Welcome.
Okay, I just got to say okay.
We're good. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. Joe and Mike here. We're talking playoffs.
Dude, now we're not good because you're lagging like crazy.
Well, it's
Oh my fucking God. I don't know, man. I can't hear you.
well, if it's not gonna work, it's whatever.
Oh, okay, I that was the first sentence that came through.
All right. Can you still
Have
hear
I been
me?
coming through this? Have I been coming through this whole time?
You lagged a little bit.
Could you could you hear my fucking God?
Yes. Um.
Ah, funny.
All righty. So how do you want to? I guess before we start, can I just take a second to talk about the Celtic game?
Yeah, sure, a sec though, because I don't got all the time in the world.
Yeah. Well, guess what, buddy? It's not your world.
Well, guess
So
what? You should have come on yesterday.
I wanted to. You didn't tell me when.
It was like 10 a.m.
But anyways, so yeah, just real quick. And I don't know what your thoughts were, so I don't know if I'm about to agree or heavily disagree with you. But I really, really cannot stand the people who are making this a much bigger deal than it actually is. The point, the facts of the matter is Eric Spoelstra is one of the greatest coaches ever. He was gonna steal a win in this first round. Like, I don't know why people thought that wasn't going to happen. I don't expect Porzingis to play as bad as he did. I don't expect the Heat to shoot as well as they did again for the rest of the series. I think it's as simple as that was the Heat's one game to steal, and that's it. That's all they're going to get. We will win in five. I didn't think it was going to happen on our home court, I'll be honest with you. But it happens. People are writing all these think pieces now. The Celtics are vulnerable now. Get the hell out of here. Unless Jimmy Butler returns, I don't want to freaking hear it. The Heat aren't beating us like this in the first round. It's just not happening. So that was my thoughts.
Yeah, I agree. I think the reason everyone's reacting the way they are is just what you said. I didn't expect something like this to happen on our home court as well.
Right.
And given also the fact that it knots up the series, if it was a 2-1 thing, like for whatever reason we were playing on our home court for game 3, I don't know, some COVID bullshit or something. And they won that game, I still don't think people would make as big a deal. But because it knots up the series, I think people are looking way too much into it. I agree. I mean, I was like really confident in a sweep, but I knew that Tyler Hero would be a thorn in our side at least a couple times. Um, I don't think Jacques Jr. went off, wasn't one of the primary guys that annoyed us yesterday, but I know we were all thinking that he might do something. So I wasn't like, oh, this is gonna be a clean sweep, easy. But I did feel a sweep. Didn't happen, but I'm not overly concerned, just like you aren't.
Yeah, fair. And then the only thing left I will say, and this will lead us into one of the games from last night, was I did come to a conclusion though.
Yeah.
Somebody in the West better beat the Denver Nuggets before they get to the finals. Please, God, I am begging you.
Yes.
Joe, Joe, I don't know if we can beat the Nuggets this year.
Yeah, we couldn't in the regular season. We
I don't.
hopefully we don't find out. Hopefully we
That's
don't find out because I know our stress levels are going to be crazy. But let's jump to that later. Let's start with the Magic just because I start chronologically.
cool.
Let me see. So you can still see me. Sorry, I am driving if you can't tell. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. I'm driving. I told you I was gonna do what I can, everybody, to get you to stay as consistent with these as possible, and this is what I can do for you. So there you go. Let's talk about the Magic. It would be really great if our video talking about Game 2 had uploaded. Because we both agreed that we thought Game 3 was going to the Magic. I think Game 4 is going to the Cavs. He thinks Game 4 is the Magic. But let's talk about Game 3, bro. I don't think there was anything like super negative about their play. The end of the first quarter was insane for the Magic. Banchero hitting everything. I thought we were going to see more from Franz Wagner in this game. It was more so Banchero and Suggs. They could not freaking miss. The Cavs, meanwhile, 23% from the three-point line. 23%. The Magic were 39%. The Magic had 14 offensive rebounds and the Cavs had 5, and then same 37 defensive and 27 defensive. For the Cavs, Banchero had 14, obviously giving him a double-double because I think he got 31 points, and the Wagners combined, both of them, Mo and Franz, for 11. And it was as I predicted. The Cavaliers came in far too relaxed. The environment was very hyped because they haven't been in the playoffs for a while. The highest scores were Jared Allen and LeVert, and both of them only got 15. Strus had 4, Garland had 5. Mitchell but only had 13, which is, better than those guys, but not to the level of what we expect from him. And the Magic outscored him every quarter. Usually you see in these games, like, at least they have one quarter. No. I will say the one area where the Cavaliers were pretty decent was blocking shots. Mobley got a couple, and what's his name? The big guy there. He got a couple. I'm sure Michael let me know, but
Jared Allen,
I was gonna say they had 8 block shots to there. I think I'm wrapping up. But Jared Allen. But yeah, so as expected, the Magic won. Europe.
Yeah, that was what I was saying. But anyways, okay, so yeah, I kind of agree with everything you said. I think the main factor is like Donovan Mitchell. He scored 13 points. Like the Cavaliers aren't a good enough team to win when their star player only scores 13 points. It's just that's just what it comes down to. And the one thing I will say too about the Magic is, like I said, they're a young team who I've been saying I think that they're going to start to make some noise. They're eventually going to break through a little bit here. I really liked what I've been seeing from some of these guys, man. I really like what I'm seeing from Suggs and Banchero, like specifically. But just even like their core, like a lot of those people aren't scoring the most points, but they're all contributing in a lot of ways. And they're really just playing, I feel like, just good basketball. And they're kind of finding their rhythm and who they're finding their identity. And I feel like this playoffs is kind of like a trial run for them, like they kind of got nothing to lose, really. It's just like let's just go out there and just see what we can do this year. We've already kind of overachieved. Let's just see if we can push this thing even further. And I think, playing with that energy versus what the Cavs have, which is like you got Donovan Mitchell who doesn't know if he wants to play for the Cavs next year. They're in this like state of limbo that like I just think the Magic got the upper hand. And I'm like, if the Magic steal another one and the series is tied all of a sudden, the Magic are going to be like, screw it. Let's steal one from them on the road so we can close this out in 6 at our home court. Because I'll tell you what, I know I'm jumping ahead here, but if the Magic win on Sunday, I think it is that they play, or Saturday, whichever day.
Saturday.
And then they go to Cleveland and win that, and then they go for the chance to close it out in Orlando, game 6, they ain't losing that game. Like, they're just not. So Cleveland, I know they're still up 2-1, but I think they're on the ropes personally. And I still think the Mavericks are going to win the series. But again, I don't think that the Cavs are going to play like this again. I don't think you're going to see only 13 points from Donovan Mitchell. I think the games will be closer, but that's my take on it.
That's correct. So I think, what was I going to say? Like, even if Donovan Mitchell scored 30, I don't think this team is winning. I don't think the whole team didn't show up. They were on, I think they were like less than 40 from the field. I hope I wrote it down. I don't think I did though. Like I said, 23 from 3. I'm pretty sure they were like less than 40 from the field. So I mean, the whole team didn't show up, in my opinion. Now, the reason that I think the Cavs are gonna take Game 4 is like because of how bad this was, right? Like if it was a close match, then I could see it going either way. I still had the Cavs for Game 4. But, like, I feel a lot stronger about the Cavs winning Game 4 because of that performance. Because I think they're going to look at that and be like, what the hell was that? We were in our lawn chairs We had our martinis and our pina coladas in our hands instead of going out there and playing a basketball game. We were relaxing too much. So I think they're gonna come out with like the blaze of 1,000 saddles on Saturday. By the way, tomorrow. I think it's at 1 o'clock if I recall. Um, and I think the Cavaliers are gonna take it 3-1. I think the series gets very interesting if the Magic are able to win it. I think what was I gonna say? I think Banchero can definitely ride off of this energy, off of this you know what I'm trying to say? But
Yeah, momentum.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I feel like the Cavs are gonna just bounce back. I think they're very I feel like he's gonna have a really high scoring game.
Fair. That's fair.
Oh, and shout out to Suggs, by the way. He hit some really clutch threes to separate themselves from the Cavs. Suggs, they were everywhere. Like, I'm talking like they have both sides of that 3 pointers. Like, they were doing it all. There was no just like one special like play that these guys up. It was cool. They were the over defenders unopposed because of the great passing. They just dominated on all areas of the offense.
Yeah.
But unless you have anything else to say, we can get into the Sixers game.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. So this is the first thing I have to say about the Sixers and Pacers game is I'm sorry, the Sixers and Knicks game is I feel like this is what we kind of expected from this series. Like finally we got it. Brunson 39, and I think he had 14 assists or something like that. 13 assists. And Embiid obviously with 50 points. So Embiid versus Brunson, as we all thought it would be instead of Maxey versus Josh Hart. Not that Maxey and Josh Hart didn't do anything. Hart had 20 and Maxey had 25, but obviously 39 and 50 is what we're looking at here. I really don't have too much to say against the Knicks in this game. It just seemed whenever they had they couldn't answer everything that the Sixers were throwing down. There was one spurt where what was I gonna say? Embiid hit three straight threes, and then Oubre hit one, and Josh Hart was able to answer like I think he answered two of those threes with two of his own, obviously. And I think that's what you need to do. He just couldn't answer all of the threes, so I don't think this. I think they had a couple mistakes. Turning over the ball. Like there was one point where I think it was Oubre. He actually turned over the ball, and I forget who took it, maybe Hart or something. But then he turned it right back over before they even got to half court. Some bad passes, but like those led to like maybe like the 10 points that made the difference. So I don't think it was too bad for the Knicks. I don't think this changes too much about their momentum or how they've been playing. I think it was a solid game all around for them still. But yeah, that was crazy from the Sixers. And the thing with Embiid is it's not like we can sit here and say, like, I don't think he's going to do that again because it's Joel Embiid. You don't know what's going to happen. I feel like the other thing we learned from this game is I feel like there were two possibilities, right? That Embiid's on one leg practically. So does he learn down over time or does he learn how to play on one leg? And unfortunately for the Knicks and people who don't want the Sixers to win, he has learned how to play on one leg and dropped 50. So I think we should expect to see more consistency in terms of high scoring from Embiid as the series goes forward. Hopefully we see the same from Brunson.
Yeah, I completely disagree with that last statement about Embiid though. Which is why
Really?
I don't panic for the Knicks at all because I don't think we'll see this from Embiid again. Unfortunately, I think this hurt Embiid. I think I think this just wore down Embiid even more. From me watching Embiid the last few years, when he has a game like this and plays 40 plus minutes like this, you know what you're usually going to get the next game? He's either not playing or, in this case, something not great. And because he's just that injured. And I don't think we'll see that again, personally. I mean, if he was healthy all the time, yeah.
Real quick, I just want to say I don't think he's gonna get 50 again. I just think he's gonna just do Embiid things again. Continue.
Yeah, I still disagree with that. I don't think he will. I don't think he's going to play enough.
Okay.
So I think this was Philly's one win. I actually think now I still see the Knicks in five, to be totally honest.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Crazy.
if we're talking a healthy Sixers, I think this goes seven easily, and we get something like this every night, from them. But unfortunately, I just think the injury gods are robbing us from that. And I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong because as much as I don't want to, I want to see the Knicks beat the Sixers, but I want to see a good series at the end of the day. So I hope I'm wrong in that aspect. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I think the one thing too about the Knicks is like look what it took for the Sixers to beat the Knicks, Like
Mhm.
it's like I don't know. I just it's kind of crazy to me how like my even watching the Knicks through the regular season, like I thought that they could be a problem in the playoffs, but watching them these last three games, it's really like wow, like they're ready to be an Eastern Conference team. You know what I mean? Like they're ready to compete in. I don't think they can win an Eastern Conference, but I think they can be in the Eastern Conference championship. Um, so yeah, that's really what I took out of it. I mean, I was happy to see Embiid play like himself again. I really was. Um, I was happy to see him and Brunson go at it, like just dueling, points wise and everything. And yeah, I hope we see more of it, but I don't think we will.
Oh, I'm sorry, you glitched out a little at the end. Um, yeah, but I think that was. I mean, Embiid was hitting. I will say this, and I know we're never gonna hear the end of it for people who don't like the Knicks. I'm sorry, who don't like the Sixers, but I will be the one to say it because we were curious about how the refs were gonna be this game. The Sixers had 33 free throws and the Knicks had 19. Now, before I say that's why they lost, because it's not, let me just preface that also by saying that although the Knicks had significantly less free throw attempts than the Sixers, they still missed more free throws than the Sixers. So they weren't great at the free throw line at all in terms of the Knicks weren't. So sure, they were given the Sixers a lot more chances at it. I didn't watch all the game. Maybe they had a lot more fouls. They were a lot more whistle heavy on the Knicks, but when you're free throwing like that, don't even try to tell me that the refs caused you to lose this game. It's like for the Bruins and the Leafs, they were like, "Oh, why did you call this ref? Like the Leafs got screwed." Blah blah blah. The Leafs had 5 power plays and didn't score on any of them. So I don't know why you can be upset that you didn't get a sixth power play when your product was literally nil.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, no, I don't. There was no disadvantage there with the fouls. The Sixers are just a team that just typically draw more fouls than most people in the league. So that
mm,
wasn't a that was no disadvantage at all. Even though there was more, it's just certain teams just are able to draw more fouls. So to your point, yeah, there was nothing like that.
right. Um, so what was I gonna say? Also, I feel like Oubre and Anobi, or however you say his name, finally showed up as backup scorers in this game. Oubre with 15 and Anobi with 17. The Knicks actually outscored them in the paint, 54 to 38, which is kind of crazy considering they lost by 10. And but else crazy considering they lost by 10 is this was pretty back and forth for most of the night until like the Sixers had a big spurt like around the end of the third. Hart, I'm pretty sure, cut it pretty quick, but then I think he cut it down to like 6 or something. And then Embiid, who only had 21 midway through the third, obviously got what's the number there? 30 or no, I'm sorry, 29 in the last like 15 minutes of the game. So
Yep.
that was kind of the deal breaker for the Knicks.
Yeah. Are you ready to talk about Denver and Los Angeles?
Go for it. Oh,
All
did
right.
I not write down my? I'm not sure I wrote down anything for this. I kind of forgot about it. I saw you, buddy. I did watch it. I did watch it, but
Yeah,
um,
so essentially couple takeaways from this game, right? And I think I said this the last time too, but man, the Lakers like this is why you should try a little harder in the regular season because Yeah, you probably can beat every other team in the Western Conference right now, but because you didn't play up to that standard in the regular season, you now have to play the Denver Nuggets. And the Denver Nuggets, I mean, you got four players who put up 20 plus points, right? That's first of all.
That's what I was about to look up. Yeah, I
But
think
but the crazier thing is you got three people who put up 10 plus rebounds and two who had 15 plus boards. Like it's such a team effort for the Nuggets. Like and to me like I think the Lakers played good. Like there's nothing more in my opinion that the Lakers could really do. In my opinion. I just think the Nuggets are that good and it's making me think like yeah, there's nobody in the East that can beat the Nuggets right now. There's nobody in
well,
the East.
what about this? Like, I know an area the Lakers could have played better. How about D'Angelo Russell gets 1 point? He had
Yeah, but
0 points in 24 minutes.
yeah, but if you were expecting that, then you must not know D'Angelo Russell in the playoffs. Like that's what you get from him. Like that's pretty standard for him.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? But yeah. So AD impressed again. So I feel like AD has been just as good, if not better, than LeBron in this series. LeBron, I feel like has come more clutch in the moments that he needed to, especially at the end of game 2 when we
He's
thought
picking
they
his
might win that
spots.
one.
He's picking his spots.
Yeah, exactly. And he's picking them well as well.
Yeah.
But AD had 33, LeBron had 26, and Reeves had 22. This was so if you know anything about me, it's I mostly just watch playoff basketball. So I'm sitting here wondering where where has Aaron Gordon been this series, right? I'm sitting here, I'm like, I'm pretty sure this guy was a pretty consistent third scorer for the Nuggets last year behind Jokic and Murray. And tonight he showed up. Tonight he was everywhere. If there was a shot to be made, he was there. You would see like four suckers like we're trying to figure out what to do with the basketball, and it's like, oh, where's the fifth guy? He just like runs in from half court, they pass to him, and he just dunks it.
Yeah.
He's there, right? Yeah, Aaron Gordon was just everywhere tonight, and it was kind of crazy. Like in a different way, like Embiid was, because Embiid, like he'd dribble up the court, just sneak his way around and just shoot it. Gordon would just come out of nowhere and just do whatever the hell he wanted with the ball. I wouldn't even see him coming. But that being said, Porter Jr. had a double double. He did have a double double. He was getting a lot of rebounds, 15 rebounds for him and Jokic. If Jokic scored less than 10 points, I think I'd have to make that a point. So by me saying he had 15 rebounds, he had a double double. But yeah, that was a very strong game from the Nuggets, and I don't see this series going past the weekend, honestly. And I
No.
assume, Mike, you're about to say the same thing.
It's over, and you could tell with the Lakers in their press conference too, like with LeBron too and everything. It's over.
It's LeBrover.
I do think the one interesting piece is I think one of two things are going to happen this offseason. I think LeBron's either going to retire or he's going to go to a different team. I don't think he's going to stay in Los Angeles, and most people don't think he's going to either. So it'll be pretty interesting to see this weekend that it really could be like LeBron's final game in Los Angeles. And unfortunate too, because like very, very underachieved. This is like the first time LeBron has went to a team and you kind of look back on it and you're like, damn, he really underachieved, like as a team, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know where he goes next. I don't know, I don't know what's next,
Dude, it's just
but you
I,
lagged
I know
out. You lagged out. Say that again.
uh, no, I was stammering because you kept talking. What was I gonna say? Um, I know so everyone keeps talking about how like LeBron is 0 and whatever against the Nuggets, but I think something just as crazy that no one is saying, because that's so crazy, is that LeBron in his last 7 playoff games is 0-7. I mean, I know it's against this super team Nuggets, but just think about that. Like 0-7 for playoff LeBron, and that's I know he's 38. Okay, the guy has excuses up the ass, but like that's crazy to me. That's crazy. He couldn't at least pull one off. And I mean, he could on Sunday. I mean, I could see a win. It's not like it's a bad team up against like a really, really good team. It's a good team up against a team that they matched very, very poorly against. That is a super team. That is a finals favorite. So could I see them pulling one out? Yeah. Will they? No.
But Joe, to be honest, man, I can't even see them pulling one out because like even like the other day, they were literally up like 20 and they were playing, you couldn't have played any better. And the Nuggets still won. Like I really don't like I like seriously like LeBron and AD can both have 50 points each this weekend, and I can still see the Nuggets winning. Like seriously. Like I really don't know what else they can do. Like that's like possible, you know?
The winner of this matchup faces the Sun or the Timbies, right?
No, Clippers, Suns. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Because I was thinking Denver was a 1 seed, but they're not.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Surprising, huh?
Yeah. Literally.
But yep. So go Suns or Timbies automatically.
Well,
Probably gonna be Timbies.
you've said this too. Um, and you're very right about this. The Timberwolves do give the Nuggets the best threat. And I think, and man, I mean, what the most embarrassing part about this whole playoffs is how the Phoenix Suns are about to go out. But I mean, we don't
Yeah.
have to say that for now. But man, what a pathetic organization to no, I'm being like genuinely serious. Like to lock in Bradley Beal to acquire KD last year, and you might fuck around and get swept by a young Minnesota team in the first round. I don't.
Well, I did tell you why I want, because you know I like both those teams. I told you why I want the Suns to win so bad, right?
I don't remember.
No, no. So I don't know because you're not in the hockey world. The Arizona Coyotes just got wiped. They just got relocated to Utah. So I feel really bad for every Coyotes fan because it was the rug was swept out from under them. Like it all happened, I swear to God, in like under 10 days. Like that it was official that they were moving to Utah. And I was just like, damn, I really hope like the Suns can like pull something out just like, to kind of lessen the blow and not make it even worse. But the Suns are gonna get freaking potentially swept. They're gonna make it way worse. And that hurts because I mean you know how I love Minnesota teams. The Timbies, I love to see them go on, right? Like any other matchup, go Timberwolves. But like I feel so bad for anyone who's a Phoenix sports fan right now. So bad.
Yeah, well,
And they just lost
I
in the
could care
finals
less.
in baseball. They just lost in the finals in baseball.
I mean, I could care less to be honest, but
Well, I know you could, but I'm explaining my reasoning.
it's not it's not the end of the world. They'll survive.
I'm not sure, will they?
Really.
How the hell am I supposed to get in here? Oh, you and your stupid SUV. Oh my God. Oh, okay, they're driving. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Do you have anything else to add for basketball?
I do not. I'm all good.
All right. So ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll probably upload this separate, right? Because you'll just splice this up and put it on iMovie. So yeah,
Yeah, I don't even think I got to slice anything up, but yeah, I mean,
that's true. Maybe the beginning or the end or something, but
yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I will be doing the hockey one as soon as I get the opportunity. Busy day for me. Clearly, I'm working 2 jobs, so hopefully I'll get it done. And I'll upload that as soon as I can. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah. Oh, look at him! He's working 2 jobs. Look at him! Oh,
That's literally how you came across, but
well, I'm a busy guy. Oh, look at him. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys tomorrow.
peace.